Are you trying to figure out how much YouTube ads cost and if they're actually worth the money? YouTube can be a goldmine for reaching out to new customers, but the pricing isn't always straightforward. In this video, I'll be breaking down exactly what goes into YouTube advertising costs so you can build a strategy that works for your business. Before we get into how much YouTube ads cost, it helps to know why so many businesses use them in the first place. YouTube pulls in billions of users every month, and it's one of the main platforms people go to discover new brands. Not only are the viewers more likely to learn about products on YouTube, but they're also more likely to buy after watching, making it the second best ROI, just behind Instagram. Keeping that in mind now, let's take a look at 9 resources why advertising on YouTube is such a smart move. YouTube's got reach. Billions of people use it across all kinds of age groups and interests. So no matter who you're targeting, they're probably here. The targeting is super specific. You can narrow things down by age, location, interests, even what device someone's watching on. There are tons of ad formats too, whether you want a quick skippable ad or something more in-depth, there's a style that fits what you need. Video hits different, so you can show your product, tell a story, and connect with people in a way static ads just can. It's budget friendly. You can control how much you spend, and you can pay by views or clicks, whatever works best for you. You get real data. You can see exactly how your ads are performing and make changes as you go. It builds your brand. A good ad can leave a lasting impression even after someone scrolls away. You get SEO benefits too. Since Google owns YouTube, your videos can show up in both YouTube and Google search results. And finally, it works great on mobile. Most people watch on their phones, so ads go straight to where your audience is already spending time. Now that you know why it's worth it, let's talk about how YouTube's pricing works. Cost per click ads. With cost per click ads, you only pay when someone actually clicks on your ad. You set a max bid, which is called your max CPC, and it represents the most you're willing to spend for a single click. There are a couple of main types of CPC ads on YouTube. TrueView in-stream ads. These are skippable video ads that show up before, during, or after a video. You pay if someone clicks the ad or a call to action, like a link to your site. TrueView discovery ads. These show up in search results or on the YouTube homepage. If someone clicks the thumbnail or headline and watches your video, that counts as a click. On average, CPC ads cost anywhere from 10 cents to 30 cents per click, but that can go up depending on how competitive your targeting is. So how does it work? First, you set your bid. Choose the max you're willing to pay per click. Then you set your target audience. Narrow it down by interest, age, gender, location, keywords, and even what device they're using. And you only pay when people click, meaning if they skip your ad or scroll past it, you don't get charged. So overall, the big win here is control. You're only paying when someone shows real interest, and you can cap your spending with daily limits or bid limits. Plus, with all the targeting options you have, you can make sure your ads are reaching the right people. 2. Cost per view ads. CPV ads charge you when someone views your ad, and a view is classified by someone who watched 30 seconds of your video or the whole thing if it's shorter, or if they interacted with it, like clicking on a call to action or info card. These ads tend to be cheaper than CPC, so you'll usually pay between 1 cent and 10 cents per view, depending on your targeting industry and how competitive your audience is. Now, there are 2 types of CPV pricing tiers. The first is for lower cost views, which are around 1 to 3 cents per view when you're targeting broad or general audiences. The second is for higher cost views, which go up to 10 cents or more for super competitive niches or highly targeted campaigns. So within cost per view ads, there are 2 main models, which are skippable ads, where viewers can skip after 5 seconds, but only pay if they watch 30 seconds or interact. And then there's non-skippable ads, which run from 15 to 20 seconds and can't be skipped. You pay once it plays in full. But just like CPC, CPV ads give you flexibility within your budget. You can set a daily or campaign cap, or even tell YouTube your ideal CPV bid, and they'll try to get you the most views possible within that limit. So what does all of this actually look like in terms of cost? Well, on average, YouTube ads typically run between 10 cents and 30 cents per click, which means reaching 100,000 people could cost anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000. However, most companies allocate a daily budget of $10 or more for running a YouTube advertising campaign. And as a business tracks its campaign and analyzes how it's performing, this daily investment could increase. Your total cost will depend on a few key things, like how polished your video is, who you're targeting, and what you want the ad creative to achieve. Instead of only thinking about price, look at what the ad is actually doing for your business. Set a clear budget limit up front and keep an eye on performance so you can start to make smart adjustments and get better results over time. Now, there are 3 big things that shape how much your YouTube ad campaign is going to cost. First, the kind of ad you're running makes a big difference. YouTube has a bunch of different formats at different price points. You've got things like display ads next to videos, quick 6-second bumpers, and full in-stream ads that play before or during a video. Some are skippable, some aren't. And then there's the big ticket stuff like homepage takeovers. The more space and exposure your ad gets, the more it's going to cost you. So picking the right format is really about finding that balance between budget and what you're trying to achieve. Now, you need to understand that who you're targeting really matters. One of the best things about YouTube ads is how specific you can get. You can narrow down your audience by age, location, interests, and even the kind of content that they watch. But the more competitive your target audience is, the higher the price tends to be. If you're going after a group that a lot of advertisers want, you'll probably pay more to reach them. And finally, what you're willing to bid plays a big role. YouTube uses a bidding system. That means you're competing with other advertisers for the same spots. You can choose to pay per view or per 1,000 impressions. And what you end up paying depends on your bid, the ad format, and how competitive your targeting is. Setting a daily budget helps you keep things in check, but your bid still needs to be high enough to actually win placements. If you've stuck with me this far, then you should have a pretty good grasp on what really drives YouTube ad costs and how to make the most of your budget. Remember, your YouTube ad costs will depend on your goals, targeting, and ad format choices, but even modest budgets can drive impressive results when strategically planned. If this video did help you out today, please do give it a like, share it with someone who might be trying to figure out YouTube ads, and please feel free to drop any questions you have in the comments below. Also, subscribe if you want more straightforward marketing tips here on the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.